assess the character of people, and one must have the ability to ascertain truth. In your years of being a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, can you share with us what you have seen of his character and his love for truth?
You can only pull excerpts from your mind, because there's so much, as we just heard from Sister Fatima. If you look at the four of us, we're such a we're aspects of his life, and this is why if we understand a light-giving sun, truly he is that. If you study every character trait of the sun itself, he possesses that trait. He alone possesses that trait. And as the Holy Quran has the surah, the scatterers, we can all be and are and must be stars, like the billions of stars in the sky, carrying his light. But those stars do not have life-giving power. All we can do is guide others, like starlight does, to the sun.
That's right.
It's only from the sun that you get life, light and heat and vitamins. And this is what I feel in terms of witnessing the minister most of the time, working with him in he's in ultimate teaching mode. Like Sister Mary Alice said, being around him over 30 years, I have never seen him any other way. That's true. Except gracious, elegant. I know of no one with the command of language that I've ever heard, ever, on this earth that he has. But more profound than that is his heart. And I'm going to give you an example. When the newspaper article came out, after the minister had announced the Million Man March, and the New York Post on a Saturday came out with a headline, "Widow of Malcolm pins murder on Farrakhan." And of course, who caught that article but Brother Jabril? And he faxed it to the National House. And a few of us got a call, and we met at the National House on a Saturday night. Now, I'm an attorney, as you noted, a prosecutor, and then defense bar. And I can tell you that I have never known a more profound, efficient lawyer than Minister Farrakhan. Strategic, tactical, it is utterly stunning. But the difference between him and every other brilliant lawyer is the heart. He said something that absolutely blew me away. As he, like we laid out a battle plan of how we were going to deal with the New York Post. Of course, the nation did not have anything close to the financial resources to come up against these Jewish firms. But of course, we have Allah and his Christ. But the minister said, when we were laying out the plan, and of course, one of the most difficult cases you can litigate is defamation as the plaintiff, because all the laws are written in favor of the media, because the media controls the courts and lobbies and has laws. So when we were talking about the defendants that we would name, the minister had a look on his face. You know how he listens when people are talking? And he listens to every single word that people say, not like us where we're just waiting for them to stop so we can fire back. He's actually processing and absorbing and taking to heart what he's hearing. So he's listening to everybody. So then he said, I want you to file a lawsuit against the New York Post. He said to me, you fly into New York. He said, have Brother Arif come in and meet you. Call him, but don't tell him why. Just tell him to meet you up there. He said, I don't want anybody to know about this, so I don't want any telephone conversations. And this is what blew me away. He said, do not sue Sister Betty. Now, you listen to me good. In the whole annals of legal history, there's no such thing as filing a defamation case and giving the speaker a pass. It's not done. That case changed legal history in many ways is yet to be known. But that's the first of them. When we went into New York that Tuesday and filed that suit, it's one of the first suits you'll see in history for multi-billion dollars. Now everybody does it. They made mockery of us at the time. When we stepped out, the press was out there. They were gleeful because the objective was a war between the family of Malcolm X and the black people who loved Malcolm and the Nation of Islam, with the goal of derailing the Million Man March. So the press was out in full force. And when we passed out copies of that lawsuit and Betty Shabazz's name was not in that box, you literally could see their faces collapse.
Allahu Akbar.
And so that is just one small example of how there is no way this man is not directly guided by Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, because you cannot gain that type of capability to maneuver through the minefields of Satan, whom the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, we can't fathom the depths of Satan, and yet they cannot calculate how to defeat Minister Louis Farrakhan.